And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely duct tape as we are preparing for the grand finals. Before we dive into the grand finals, though, we have some housekeeping to do. If you want to help support this tournament, !Matcherino in the chat. You will gain access to the Matcherino page and you can help support the prize pool for this specific tournament if you wish. All payouts are done through Matcherino. We're pretty transparent where all of that money goes, so if you're interested, you can support the tournament there. Otherwise, as I lower my gain, I'm a little bit there we go. I was a little bit out of hand. Otherwise, you can support us via Patreon. We do have a Patreon as well. !Patreon in the chat. The Patreon does support and fund all of our tournaments. We host 3 different tournaments every 2 weeks. Grand Platypus Open, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and the Tenacious Turtle Tussle. Our goal here is to target some of these smaller regions. Is to target and support some of these smaller regions. This tournament here is region locked to the Asia region. We have the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, which is region locked to the North America and Latin America region, including Asia. And we have Sparkling Tuna Cup, which is open to all regions. So we have 3 different tournaments, and currently they are bi-weekly. As you can see just underneath me, our Patreon goal is set up there to help fund the tournament itself. And we have a couple of goals. Our goal is to get enough support for the Cranky Ducklings where we can make these weeklies, from bi-weeklies into weeklies. That is the dream. Help us achieve that dream as we are getting into the grand finals. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player, the best player in all of Southeast Asia, the last king of the sea, representing Team Gosu. It is MeomaikA. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the king of the weebs himself. We have the best player in all of Japan, representing K10. It is HonMonO. As a reminder, this is a best of 5 grand finals, not a best of 3. And I will quickly set up predictions. I'll very quickly attempt to set up the predictions. So in the chat, upon hearing this message, we'll have a couple of minutes to place your bets on who you believe will be this week's GPO Grand Platypus Open champion. As I'm very, very quickly trying to set that up. Hold on. I'm tabbed out. There we go. Beautiful. Predictions are open. So place your bets. Place your bets. As MeomaikA once again is going to be going for a pool first opener, pool hatch gas here. So this is what we saw against Azure, and it is just hashtag MeomaikA things. He likes to be a little bit safer, a little bit more secure. It feels good. With this, he gets faster queens coming out as well, and he has access to lings in case it's being cheesed. And to be fair, against a player like HonMonO, I think this is a wise choice because HonMonO has a reputation for being a bit of an aggressive player, and that's why I love this series. This is my wet dream. This is what dreams are made of. HonMonO versus MeomaikA. They're both crazy. They're both so stylistic. That's what I love about our region. That's what I love about the ESL Asia region here, is that there are just so many iconic players that have such unusual play styles, but they are also some of the best in the world. Like, again, MeomaikA clowns on the European players like Harstem and Skillless and Showtime and Spirits. Like, MeomaikA, he likes playing against them because they try to play standard and he doesn't let them. But now he's up against one of his own. It's like HonMonO and MeomaikA, they're like twins, like separated at birth. One became a Terran in Japan, the other became a Zerg in Vietnam. But yeah, they're both like, you know, again, they both have something to admire in their own ways. As we do see MeomaikA with that faster spawning pool, didn't pull out a gas. He's going for a Roach Warren. Very fast Roach Warren here by MeomaikA. HonMonO didn't go for an SCV Scout, didn't go for a Reaper Scout. This is a mistake. Oh my god. He's floating his CC over to kill the Overlord as well. He's an animal. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, he's getting back on top of the pillar. Oh, he lifts up the CC again. Oh my god. And he eventually kills this Overlord, but it is going to delay his CC by quite a bit. And again, I feel like Reaper Scouts are so important against MeomaikA to confirm whether or not he's going all in. Like, sure, he's going to be going pool first, but you need to figure out how committed MeomaikA will be, because a lot of roaches are flooding across the map, and HonMonO has no idea. Behind this, he is going into a 2-1-1, so he has a lot of Marines to work with, but he's going to be going up against a lot of roaches. Oh, here we go. He shows up, he runs into roaches, and now he has to run back home. These are vanilla Marines. They don't have stim. They don't have combat shields. They don't have anything. They can't really fight against this right now. He's going to try and stutter step as best he can, but a lot of Marines are going down. Oof. Here we go. The natural base has to be evacuated. The roaches are picking off so many of these Marines already. The Lings are coming in from behind. We are flooding behind this. Oh. And here we go. We do see the boys being pulled. They have to be pulled. A little bit of miscontrol from MeomaikA. He does focus down that Devo for a moment, but the SCVs, the line of SCVs has been broken. The Marines are now exposed. The bunker, there's nothing in it. HonMonO, he was just zoned away, and that's a kill, not a salvage. Stim is still a couple of seconds away from finishing up, but before Stim can finish, MeomaikA is here. Vile not going to be connecting here. Stim finishes up in 7 seconds. The Marines are going to be able to clean up the roaches and the Ravagers, but the damage has been done. Oof. Final Ravager goes down. And with that, I don't know how we come back in this game. We have stim and we have drop potential, but we have to stay at home. If we don't, we die. That's the problem here, because he was going for a 2-on-1. The point of a 2-on-1 is to be aggressive, but because he lost everything, because there's no wall, because his natural is compromised, he can't move out. The drops stay at home. Behind this, we're droning. We're going to be getting into double Evo chambers. Lings are looking to threaten the natural once again, just in case the drop did move out. And these Lings are going to keep the Marines back at home. Meanwhile, we're getting fully saturated here on 2 bases, working on our 3rd. Getting 1-1 on the way. And yeah, from here, things are going to be settling down. HonMonO has a lot of catching up to do. And unfortunately, even though we saw him just continue to pull the boys time and time again against his opponent, against Lemon, the Protoss, that doesn't work anywhere near as well against Zerg. Not really what you want to be seeing. So he's going to be walling off. He's going for an NG Bay. Going for his 3rd racks as well. Now that we have a full wall off, we can drop across the map. We are breaking free. Oh, as we do just fly over. Oh, the lovely platypus. Feels good, puppy. Feels good. The double drop is headed towards the main base. And do we have much at home to defend? We've got 50 Lings. That's more than enough. Moving now in position. Looks like one Queen may go down. No, the Lings arrive just in time. And we're going to be able to clean this up. And MeomaikA, just like what we saw against Azure, is going for the 1-1 upgrades. Prioritizing this over anything else. We're going to be able to focus down 2 of those Overlords. Not bad, not bad. And HonMonO is going for a 3rd CC, so he's going to try and attempt to macro out of this. It's going to be difficult. Not impossible, just difficult. The way to do this is to be insanely active with these drops and get so much value. Pick off Overlords, get drones, more importantly, get a mineral line, get some Queens. We need to pick things off. We need to slow down the macro of MeomaikA. But it's so difficult to do that because more often than not, MeomaikA cuts workers. More often than not, MeomaikA just doesn't drone too much, and he always has such an insane army at his disposal. Once again, just going to be threatening the natural, forcing HonMonO to stay at home. It's going to be going for a triple drop across the map. We'll see if he can. We do see him just pushing on forward. He's going to be clearing up some of these tumors. The Ling's going to be coming in from behind. No Banelings, bear that in mind. It's pure Ling. But 1-1 is done. And 1-1 links against 0-0 Marines. They're pretty good. They are pretty damn good. Forcing another hot pickup. 2-2 on the horizon. HonMonO is still trying to get his third up and running. See if he can. Again, still being very active with the drop. I mean, he has to. He's got to do whatever he can here. Oh, with offensive play here of MeomaikA, his army is positioning just everywhere. We even have bailing speed on the way, and we made a couple of safety bailings. I think, again, MeomaikA, he knows how far ahead he is. He knows that, you know, Marines are still a threat to him, and he's taking it seriously. Oh, the target fire! Oh my god! A lot of those slow bailings going to be going down. Good trades here from HonMonO. Going to be focusing down a lot of these creep trimmers as well. He's trying to pull MeomaikA apart. Up! Once again, the target fire buff. Again, the way that control. HonMonO, let's go. Doing so well here, but what about the third base? What about the defenses back at home? Marines pushing on forward once again. Almost target down another bailing. And thankfully, HonMonO didn't really saturate his third until now. You know, now he's going to be Maynarding over. But no, as he Maynards in comes the Link Bane of MeomaikA. We got a lot of tanks to defend though. HonMonO is going to be turtling. Does force back the army of MeomaikA. Again, just controlling his heart out, focusing down another couple of those banelings. But this is not it. What we've seen so far is not enough. You know, we had to get worker damage. We had to get into a mineral line. We had to kill some queens, slow down the injects. MeomaikA, he's about to max out. Hive on the way. Hive so we can get into 3-3, so we can get into ultras. We saw that he was able to defeat Azure on this map before he got into those ultras, and the same thing may happen here. The wall is not a wall. The tanks are going to be going down. The Link Bane rolls into the third base. We're going to be dropping a little bit of frames here because there's just so much on the screen. The third goes down. The orbital itself gets killed. GG gets called. And MeomaikA takes game number 1. GG. Oh my damn. In very MeomaikA fashion. Of a very aggressive start, and now we're going to be getting ready for our next game. So we quickly do set up the lobby. And we figure out if we can maintain this lead. As a reminder, this is a best of 5, not a best of 3, so plenty more games to be had. Oh, plenty more, Pop. Plenty more. And yeah, again, HonMonO, he was really punished for skipping his SCV scout and also skipping his SCV scout, but also skipping his Reaper scout as well. Like, against MeomaikA, it's not very wise to do so. Like, if you give him an inch, he takes a mile. If you give him an opening to throw down some tech unscouted, then he will go for it, as we saw. And he dealt so much damage with that follow-up Roach Link Flood. Got so far ahead off of it, and a big reason for that is because HonMonO didn't scout early on and he didn't know what was happening. No idea. No idea. So we'll see if he does adjust his play in game number 2. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing Team Gosu, currently up 1-0 in this best of 5 grand finals match of Grand Platypus Open. It is MeomaikA. We're going for a 12 pull this time. Oh my god. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales. We have his opponents. We have the Korean Terran living in the land of Japan, representing Team K10. It is HonMonO. I was just fixing the color of the name. It's all good. So here we go. Game number 2. MeomaikA kicking things off already with a 12 pool. And is HonMonO gonna SCV scout? That's the question. Is he gonna scout? Because if he does, like, I know he doesn't like to. I know more often than not he's concerned with what he's doing himself. But you gotta respect Mio, you know? You gotta scout him. 6 lings already on the way, and we're gonna see more than that. We can move up towards 10 lings here. The queen as well in production. Oh boy. And HonMonO is not SCV scouting. He is making a Reaper at least. At least there is a Reaper, so if he was sending an SCV across the map, he would come across these lings and he'd be able to recognize what's going on. Regardless, at least a Reaper is on the way. He's going for the high ground CC as well, so you'll love to see it. He will be safe against any early game shenanigans as long as the wall's a wall. And currently, it isn't. Oh my god. As he's opening up 2 racks. Jesus. The lings are going to be able to slip on into the main base. They're going to be able to get a delay on that CC. Oof. God, already a lot of damage being done. A 3rd SCV goes down. We get a full scout of the main. We do get eyes on the 2nd racks. The Reaper is going to be able to eventually clean this up, but these lings have already paid for themselves. Jesus. No, the misclick. 5. Can we get 6? 6 SCVs go down in the end. Massive delay on the CC. Massive delay on the 2nd racks. As I think this was going to be a 3 racks, by the way. Oh boy. You know, SCV scouting is standard in TVZ for a reason. SCV scouting is normal, Papi, and oh god, again, HonMonO punished a little bit for it. Wasn't quite ready for the links to show up across the map. Reaper does come in, but the queens are in position, and MeomaikA is droning. He's macroing out of this. Just gets a really strong early lead and is going to be looking to capitalize on that. As the Overlord dives on in and just confirms the add-ons, confirms the production, make sure that the CC wasn't cancelled or anything crazy like that. Is finishing here for HonMonO. Double Reaper is slipping into the main base. Hey, he's going to be able to get 1 drone, could get a 2nd, could get a 3rd. Just 2 drones for now. Meanwhile, we do have that stim on the way. And this Overlord has already done so much for MeomaikA. Does go down in the end, but, you know, he's aware of what's going on. Oof. And there's that 3rd racks that we were talking about. So it was going to be a 3 racks. It does make a lot of sense. That's why we had 1 so early on. And this is designed to be aggressive, and this is designed to hit hard. But because we've been slowed down, I think MeomaikA's fine. He should be fine. Overlord dips in, gets eyes on the factory. And upon seeing this, MeomaikA should have a green light to drone. Like, there's no reason not to. There's no Hellions to threaten him. It's going to take a while for medevacs to come out. HonMonO, with the typical 3 racks, usually moves out with just stim, without any medevacs, but even if he does that, like, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Oh boy. Behind this, we have a safety Baneling. Oh, not quite a safety Baneling nest, actually. A Baneling nest gets thrown down. There we go. Double Evo chambers as well. So MeomaikA isn't going to be going for an all-in. He is looking to macro out of this. Has links from map control, but will be droning, will be saturating his bases. Once again, going to be going into fast 1-1. And once again, HonMonO is going to be starting things off from behind. And this is kind of where MeomaikA thrives. You know, he relies a lot on, like, early game aggression and just like throwing off your opponent's builds, you know, putting HonMonO in a really awkward and uncomfortable position. Whereas MeomaikA, he's always in that position, you know? He's never comfortable. That's his secret. That's why he's always comfortable in a way. Doesn't matter the situation, doesn't matter the place. Unless disruptors are involved, of course, but we don't have to talk about that. Lings rushing on in. Oh, this is not going to be a good trade for MeomaikA, as we do make use of that choke point, and HonMonO trades quite well. And this, we have a lair on the way, 1-1, soon to be 2-2. And because we lost so many Lings, HonMonO, he's got, you know, a little bit of momentum going his way. Once he gets his first 2 medevacs out, we can move out across the map. Oh, we already have them. My apologies. We can be active. We already take down one of those overlords. And we can threaten the would-be 4th base. Before that happens, though, again, he still has to respect the Marine count here of MeomaikA, as he does dive on top of these Marines. Takes down one of them. MeomaikA will be protecting his 4th base. Meanwhile, I'm keeping an eye on the production here of HonMonO. Throwing down 2 more Raxes behind this would be normal, and there we go. 2 more Raxes are thrown down, so this is looking to be a 2-base all-in, as opposed to those 2 Raxes we would have otherwise seen a 3rd CC. So we're pretty committed here on 2 bases, which does make a lot of sense. HonMonO is looking to try and break on through and break at least the 4th base of MeomaikA. Queen is going to be going down. The Lings do have 1-1, but there are just so many Marines. The starter stepping Papi. Oh. Every single Ling is going to be going on down. The 4th base has been broken. That's a kill, not a cancel. And HonMonO is breaking through. Oh, MeomaikA just jumping in a little bit prematurely. Again, not respecting the Marine count. HonMonO just setting up here, clearing up as much creep as possible. Tanks are going to be moving out across the map. And MeomaikA is in trouble. He had a good start, don't get me wrong. He does force the army back. Bailing speeds about to finish up in a couple of seconds. That will change things. Oh, and here we go. With Bailing speed, he can now pounce on top of the army, but the creep is receding and the tanks are getting into position. Again, there is no 3rd CC. HonMonO is just hybrid committed here to this all-in. MeomaikA is going to be going for a counterattack. He's looking to try and catch some reinforcements. Oh, the Bailings can't really quite do too much against that tank. Trying to catch something else here, but this is kind of falling apart for MeomaikA. There we go. It's just too much. GG gets called. HonMonO with the follow-up 2-base all-in fights back and ties up the series 1-1. Oh my god, mate, we have a series. Despite the disastrous start from HonMonO, MeomaikA just trading too inefficiently with his Lings. We saw him just throw away so many of them at his 4th base, when really we should have just given up on that location, waited for bailing speed, and things very quickly escalated. Very quickly. Here we go. Game 2 is going to be on altitude. I'm making the lobbies, for those wondering. I'm making the lobbies. That's why like after these games I'm like focusing, because I know the players are waiting for me. So I do apologize. But yeah, GG, well played. HonMonO was put into a really awkward position, but we saw that, hey, even MeomaikA is prone to droning up sometimes a little bit too much, or again, just not taking the best fights. Not taking the best fights in the end, and yeah, HonMonO is fighting back here, but now we move on to a much larger map in the map. Well, Dragon Scales, of course, is quite smaller, you know. I think the only smaller map is Neo Humanity. So we move from a small map to the largest map in the map pool. Game 3 is going to be taking place on altitude. Yak in the chat. HonMonO versus MeomaikA sounds like the pinnacle of Mad Lad finals. That's what I was saying, Poppy. That's what I was saying. Let's go. Let's go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of altitude, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is MeomaikA, the king of the sea himself. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of altitude, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran representing the land of Japan, and also K10 Esports. Fighting back in that last game, it is HonMonO. We have a series. Oh boy, let's go, Poppy, let's go. On a large map like this, MeomaikA still does go for that pool first, but because we're on such a large map, I do think that MeomaikA is gonna calm down on the aggressive openers. We're not gonna be seeing we're not gonna be seeing too many Lings or a Roach Warren even. I feel like MeomaikA is gonna be going into a much more standard opener into those 1-1 Evo chambers, into those 1-1 upgrades. We saw that earlier in the day, and it would make a lot of sense here on altitude just because you have so much freedom. We saw it against Dash in the first series of the night. We can see it again here against HonMonO, but we'll see, And I don't wanna insinuate that I can get into the head of MeomaikA and know what he's thinking, because that's not true. Okay, I got no idea. He's crazy. He's absolutely insane. Ugh. As once again, HonMonO is going for the CC on the high ground. We saw last game that despite that doesn't mean that he's necessarily safe. He's still vulnerable to some early Lings. Once again, no SCV scout, but this makes a little bit more sense on altitude just because the map is so large. And we are going for that Reaper first. So now this is like here. Oh my god, it is, Papi, it is. Oh, let's go. These two players, there's been a lot of hype behind them. HonMonO himself. Oh, he's so big, Papi. He's so big. Jesus. The first Reaper is going to be zooming across the map. Just going to be dancing here with the units of MeomaikA. Despite going for the pool first, no Lings are out, so he's relying on his queens to defend instead. But nice drone pools is only forced some lost mining time. Imagine a team of HonMonO and MeomaikA. It'd be called HongMeo. Oh. That would be an insane 2v2 team. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It would be insane. But another thing to take note of as well is that HonMonO is playing into Bio. He has a second Rax on the way. This is actually, oh my god, this is a 3cc 2-on-1. Interesting choice here. So I bring this up because if you recall, we casted HonMonO versus Demi earlier in the day in the quarterfinals, and HonMonO did play mech against Demi and was looking pretty damn good. But on altitude, not going to be taking the bait. He's still going to be relying on his bio play, and 2-on-1 3cc is an interesting one. It is a very macro-oriented opener. You do give up on a lot of early game map control though. Like, your Hellion count isn't anywhere near as large as it should be. There's no Banshees either, and the 2-on-1 drop, like the medevac drop, is quite delayed. Before that happens, MeomaikA is making a swell of Lings. He's cutting workers at 30 for the time being. He has a third base behind this for the larva, and he is sending a massive wave of Lings across the map. Banelings are being morphed in as well. This was a very early Baneling nest. We see a scan into the main, but we see nothing. MeomaikA is going for a Bane bust. Oh my god, but HonMonO, he kind of reads the situation quite... Oh, he saw the Baneling nest! Oh my god, here we go. He does see the Baneling nest in the main base. He knows now that his opponent was trying to hide it. He's going for the full wall. Banelings are looking to crash on in, but there are no SCVs. Again, HonMonO did pre-pull, and now he has a full wall on top of the ramp. He used to. Lings that do flood on in. They're going to get a surround on all of these Marines, but the Hellions will clean this up. HonMonO, he defends. Quite well, I must add. For the most part. We're still flooding Lings across the map. Now we're droning. MeomaikA is going to be calming down afterwards. He doesn't kill a lot of SCVs, but he will cause a little bit of havoc. He will at least kill the wall, kill those NG bays. Oof. So yeah, my mistake. I did not notice the earlier Baleen nest here, but there we go. 1-1 is on the way as we have those 2 Evo chambers. And MeomaikA will have quite an upgrade lead because he did kill the engineering base of his opponent. And even though MeomaikA invested quite a lot into that push, because of so much lost mine time, and we still haven't resaturated, by the way, we're only just now mainarding our SCVs over. They're actually repairing for the time being. MeomaikA's economic situation is pretty good. It's honestly, like, quite healthy compared to HonMonO. Looks like HonMonO has been missing some of his macro cycles, some of his SCVs. At least has triple CCs, so he can make up for that. But he's got a lot of rebuilding to do. Just building in general, I should say. Again, his worker count is not ideal. Hellions are trying to be active on the map. They're trying to do what they can. 3 more racks is behind this for that 5-rack setup. As to be expected. Liberator even shows up here to get a couple of drone kills. 4 drones going down, not too bad. Hellions do threaten the 3rd base as well, but the Lings have arrived and they're getting for a full surround. Here we go, the Hellions have been cleaned up. HonMonO once again overextending. Liberator has done well though. Like 5 drones for 1 lib, and the lib is still looking quite healthy. It's quite good. As MeomaikA is setting up for another Bane run by, another counterattack. He just doesn't stop. Do we have any tanks? The answer is no. So there's nothing to stop these Banelings, especially because the Hellions have all gone down. And here we go. Here comes the 2nd wave. Banelings do crash into those depots. The boys are pulled. Once again, no SCVs to kill here at the natural. But we give up on the NG base, and honestly, that's good enough. Let's be real here. Like, the upgrade advantage from MeomaikA is going to be insane. We are going to have a period where MeomaikA has 2-2 and HonMonO has 0-0. That's going to happen. It just is. It's crazy. Lair still on the way, though, for MeomaikA. On the way, HonMonO finally moving out with a double drop. Oh, a little bit supply block though. God, MeomaikA, he wants more. He wants more, man. Oh, the wall is a wall. Looks like MeomaikA will be fended off. For a moment there, HonMonO was thinking about turning back around, but thinks better of it. We're pushing on forward here to clear up some of this creep. But there's so many Lings here. 1-1 already done for MeomaikA. And honestly, Mio's just waiting for that lair. Throwing down some spores, some spine crawlers. Again, he recognizes how large altitude is, and because his opponent is playing quite drop heavy, he knows that he's going to have to try and keep up here. Or he's going to have a hard time keeping up, so he's going to be relying a little bit on that side defense. Meanwhile, there we go. 2-2 on the way. Meanwhile, 1-1 did start up a little bit earlier here for HonMonO. Phew. So the upgrade disparity isn't going to be too bad. As we scan into the main, we see the infestation bit again. MeomaikA, it shouldn't be a surprise. We've been seeing a lot of this today, but he has been going into fast hives, into fast 3-3, eventually into ultras. We haven't seen any ultras yet. We haven't seen many ultras yet, I should say. We saw ultras against Protoss earlier, but we haven't seen ultras against Terran. Not yet. The Terrans just keep dying. The Terrans just keep dying before the ultras can come out. Ah. Here we go. The double drop looking for damage, but with the power of the spine crawlers and the Lings, these drops are having a hard time finding damage. HonMonO in the midst of expanding, taking his 3rd base. Good tank positioning here behind this. 4cc already on the way, so we're not going to be going into like any kind of weird 8 racks all in. HonMonO is looking further ahead. Actually, do you think all these Banelings can kill the NG base? mate. Is that what he's going for? I think so. Here we go. The Lings are rushing on forward here. They're getting on top of the Marines. The Baileys, they go for the NG base. And just like that, 1-1 is denied. I said it earlier, and I was about to eat my words upon saying that there was going to be a moment where MeomaikA had 2-2 and his opponent would have 0-0, but that is coming to pass. Massive Ling run by here into the third base. There's just nothing here to defend. A lot of SCVs are saved by the medevacs, or some of them, I think, maybe. Some. Some SCVs are saved, but so many of them fall. 10 workers go down. The upgrades. MeomaikA, he just doesn't let HonMonO get them. I just love that the goal, like the actual goal there of that run by, of that counterattack, was to deny the upgrades. And now 2-2 is done for MeomaikA. 3-3's on the way. Now, okay. The question. Can MeomaikA kill these eBays for a third time? And are we going to see 3-3 versus 0-0? Is that going to happen? Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel on that building. CC, the Marines, they get a full surround on this army. The tanks are doing some friendly fire here. Not the best positioning as he even gets another kill on that would-be, I think that was a factory. Ooh. MeomaikA backing off. Going to be rebuilding back at home. 1-1. Getting close to that halfway mark. Can MeomaikA stop the upgrades? Oh, God. As HonMonO is struggling to get his third base up and running, he does have a 4th CC already in his main. Lings that dive on in, they're going to be able to get one tank. No hot pick up there from HonMonO, barely keeps it alive. But the tank count here is insane. Even if we rebuild the Ling Bane, and MeomaikA is going for it, by the way, I don't think MeomaikA can get close enough. I don't think he can kill this base. Sorry, I don't think he can get these E-bays. Especially because HonMonO, he's aware. He sieges in front of the E-bays. He knows. He knows what MeomaikA wants. Yeah, and there we go. Can MeomaikA break on through? Anyway, the Bailings, they crash on board and they take down the NG base. Oh my God. He just wants upgrades. Ah. 3-3 is about to finish. My God. And yeah. It's gonna be insane. Once we do have 3-3, we don't need Bailings. Just pure Ling. That's all we need. Pure Lings. I believe Adrenal Glands is already done as well. Ultra Cavern is thrown down. MeomaikA, he's just fully saturating. A sight to behold. We don't see this too often, but MeomaikA, he has over 80 workers. He has 5 bases. He even has a Spire for anti-air. That's crazy. He almost never makes any anti-air other than Hydras. And that's in a different game. And now Corruptors are being produced. MeomaikA just maxing out on an insane army of 3-3 Lings, Ultras, Corruptors, Banelings. And HonMonO has been really struggling to establish his third base. Like, MeomaikA has been so oppressive throughout the entire game with just constant aggression. Here we go. The final push. MeomaikA has maxed. He has his upgrades. HonMonO at least has rebuilt his 1-1. Oh wait, no, never mind. There's a mech upgrades. No, he never got 1-1. He's transitioning into mech. GG gets called, and MeomaikA will take game number 3. Taking a 2-1 lead in this series. Ooh. GG. Yeah, and that's kind of what we expected on Altitude. Altitude, like, Zergs have so much freedom on this map to do whatever they want. Oof. It can be so difficult to really assert yourself on the map. And HonMonO was just pinned back almost the entire game. Now we're going to be getting ready for game number 4. Apologize. It's taking a while to load some of the maps. It's okay, it's okay. There we go. Lobby is being made, and Whew, oh my god, MeomaikA one game away from becoming this week's Grand Platypus Open champion. HonMonO is up against the ropes right now. He needs to come back here and now on Ancient Sister. Oh boy. And you can hear the beeps. We are loading on into potentially the final game of the series. That last game was insane, by the way. Again, I apologize. I have to. I'm kind of focusing on making the maps after as soon as the game finishes. But yeah, MeomaikA just. Oh boy, just having full control of altitude. Unfortunately, it wasn't vetoed, which is kind of interesting because typically altitude is vetoed here in TVZs. Each player did have one veto each. Instead, Neo-Humanity was vetoed. Interesting. As here we go spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Sister, we have the South Korean Terran player residing in the land of Japan, representing K10 Esports up against the wall, having to fight back here and now. It is HonMonO. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Ancient Sister, and we have his opponent. We have the last King of the Sea, the best player in all of Southeast Asia, representing Team Gosu. It's the Vietnamese Zerg. It is MeomaikA. The King of the Sea, Papi, the King of the Sea. Oh my god. See the chat catching up, Papi. It's not about the upgrades, it's about sending a message. Oh, smooch. 0-0 Marines versus fully upgraded Ultras. It was crazy, mate. It was crazy. Oh my god. What MeomaikA was, like the position that he was able to find himself in. Just not allowing HonMonO to ever breathe. There were moments when HonMonO did have some drops on the map, sure, but god, MeomaikA just had so much on the ground to deal with that. And now he's one game away from becoming a Grand Platypus champion. For the first time this year. Even though MeomaikA has won 36 of these, he hasn't won one in 2023. He's been missing. He's been missing in action in a lot of these tournaments. Oh my god, as MeomaikA's not stopping. He's going for a Roach Warren. He did not pull out a gas after the pool first opener. Roaches are going to be made here from Meo, and HonMonO once again is not going to be going for an SCV scout. Is at least moving out with his Reaper, thankfully. If you remember, the first time this happened, HonMonO skipped his Reaper as well, so he was like insanely in the dark. He had no idea what was happening. But at least this time he's going to be able to get eyes on the later hatchery and hopefully get eyes on the roaches as they move out across the map. Fingers crossed, Bobby. Fingers crossed. We go, the Reaper dips into the main base. Gets eyes on that Roach Warren. Sees everything. Oh, and he's almost gets a drone. Oof, just barely doesn't. Quick morph in there by MeomaikA. Meanwhile, across the map, the Lings have arrived. Thankfully for HonMonO, he's been doing this every game so far. He makes his CC on the high ground, so he is safe from those Lings. It will not be delayed. Meanwhile, we can see that MeomaikA, I think he only made 4. Yes, he's only made 4 roaches, and he is droning behind this. So these 4 roaches are designed to wreak a little bit of havoc, to deal some damage, maybe chip away at the wall, and keep HonMonO contained to 2 bases. Ooh, another drone's going to be going down, though. Let's say another. 1 drone does go down. No, Meo! A little bit distracted as he pushes up this ramp. He does have high ground vision due to that Overlord, and he will be able to take down one of these depots. Cyclone is on the way. With the power of the Cyclone, we can focus down the Overlord and get rid of that high ground vision. But the depot has fallen, and yo, we want to dive on top of the Cyclone! Oh, we're trying to cut it off as we speak. The Roaches stutter stepping forward. Going to at least take down the Marines. Things are getting a little bit out of hand here. HonMonO does have a 3rd CC on the way behind this. We do get a lock-on on one of those roaches. The boys are being pulled. And eventually we will clean this up. Eventually. Before that happens, though, 8 SCVs go down. Thankfully, we do have 3 CC, so we can make 3 SCVs at a time, and we're going to have triple mule production as well. But this does slow down HonMonO as... Oh, he's doing it! Mate, he's reverting to his old ways. This is not HonMonO. This is HonMech. As the second factory is on the way. Quickly checking the vision. Did MeomaikA see it? He did not see that factory, so he's unawares. We have a 4th CC! Does HonMonO know that he already has a 3rd? Does he... Do we know? Papi. Yeah, now we do. We're morphing it into an orbital. He's crazy. Oh my god. He's killing me. Okay, so he may just die. We're going into the main and we're scouting a very fast lair. At the same time, we have a... What's happening this game? We have a 2-base lair on the way. With this, we can go for a Nidus, we can go for a Spire. We are taking 3 gases, so we do have the gas to sustain some Spire production if we wanted to. But again, scouting this fast lair is imperative here from HonMonO. There it is. The Spire gets thrown down, and the Reaper is a little bit busy in the natural base, but he gets a full scout. He does confirm the Spire. And do we cancel? We do! Oh, let's go! We canceled the Spire because, mate, it got scouted. There's no reason to have it, right? We have a Hydroden instead. This is the MeomaikA of old. Forget about the 1-1. Forget about the fast upgrades into 2-2 into 3-3. Nah, mate. It's about the Ling Hydra pushes with a ninja base as well. But as he gets a ninja base, HonMonO also has a 4th CC. So he's crazy. We're all crazy. What's happening? Who knows? Welcome to Southeast Asia. Oh my god. Welcome to the Grand Platypus Open, Bobby. Oh. As the Lings are going to be bypassing those Hellions, going for another counterattack, where the wall is a wall and the Cyclones are behind it, so not too much damage should be done. Meanwhile, the Hellions, they just dive into the natural. There's nothing to defend with Blue Flame. Drones are going to be going down. Ooh, Lings are not at home where they should be, and MeomaikA is going to be hurting. On top of that, Hydroden has been scouted. Ooh, and we're not done, by the way. 16, soon to be 18 drones going down. Ay, ay, ay. This is game-ending damage. GG gets called. We have an ace match. Let's go. Oh my god. He's crazy, Poppy. He's crazy. GG, well played. Ugh. We're going all the way to game 5. All the way, Papi. All the way. Again, MeomaikA unfortunately just wasn't... remember, he didn't see the second factory. He wasn't fully aware of the mech. Wasn't aware of any kind of blue flame shenanigans, and his Lings were out of position across the map. Ooh, he was caught droning, which doesn't always happen. It's a rare sight. A rare sight indeed. And GG, well played. Let's go. This is StarCraft. This is what I cast for, you know? For these moments. For these moments. For these games. Beautiful. Here we go. We're loading on in. Game number 5 is going to be taking place on Gressvan. All the way to the ace match, Poppy. Let's go. Let's go. I can see the chat catching up. This is exactly what this series should look like. Yes, 100%. These two players, they live up. There's a lot to live up to with a series between the two of them, and it's living up to it. It's good stuff. And here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gressvan, we have the King of the Sea, the last King of the Sea, representing Team Gosu from the land of Vietnam. We have MeomaikA. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have, the man of the hour himself, the honorable of all honorables, representing K10 and hailing from the land of Japan. It is HonMonO. Fighting back so hard in that last game, catching MeomaikA with his pants down, catching MeomaikA with those blue flame Hellions, roasting up not just the natural but also part of the main, and it was too much damage. We have a game 5. Let's go, Papi, let's go. HonMonO looking very HonMonO, let me say. And now I have to wonder, the last time we saw HonMonO on Gressman, he played mech as well. He did play mech against Demi, and he looked quite powerful, utilizing that style. Are we going to see that again? We saw him find some success with it in the last game. Of course, it was unscattered, and it was, you know, just, again, coming out of left field from MeomaikA. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to keep it hidden this time, you know, doing it 2 games in a row. But I'm hoping for a more macro-oriented game, is what I'm getting at. I'm hoping... I know I typically don't enjoy watching, you know, mech against Zerg, but HonMonO, he's a more active mech player, you know? He plays battle mech, and that's a little bit more active. It's a little more fun to watch. We'll see. We shall see as MeomaikA does go for... Hatch Pool does go for his opener. I think this was a hatch first this time. Yeah. It was a hatch first this time. Crazy. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Never mind. No, those queens are not lined up. So it was a pull first once again from MeomaikA, as to be expected. HonMonO does go for a CC on the high ground, as he has done every single game so far this series, fully walling off as well. You love to see it. Ooh, and he does not skip out on that Reaper, so he's going to be able to get a full scatter across the map. Confirms the lack of drones at the natural, but we'll also see the third base. Feels good, man. Feels good. Speed on the way. We haven't pulled out of gas. Bear that in mind. So MeomaikA is going to have quite a lot of gas to work with, but this could just be for faster Evo chambers. That's the thing to bear in mind. That's what's always scary and tricky about MeomaikA. It's terrifying, but it's terrifying. As HonMonO is going for a 3cc opener. Is going for his Rex, into CC, into Factory, into mech. Yeah, this is what I expected. We saw this against Demi, more straight up play. Second Factory is on the way alongside the third CC. So how can MeomaikA deal with mech? Famously, he hates it. He isn't quite fond of it at all, and he's struggled against it in the past. We'll see how he can deal with it. As HonMonO is going to be going into, or I imagine going to be going into a fast blue flame timing. Show me that add-on swap and show me the blue flame. See if he goes for that or for McField accelerators instead. There it is. Blue flame is on the way. Looking to once again assert himself with those Hellions. Already diving into the natural base. Ooh, and we are being caught once again with very few lings. 3 drones go down. Could have been a lot worse. A lot of lost mine time as well. HonMonO is forced back. And that Hellion count is just going to accumulate over time to the point where he's going to have an overwhelming amount and, again, threaten those mineral lines. I mean, so if I haven't seen MeomaikA play against mech in a while, he has to make roaches, right? Like, he has to switch up his style. Going mass ling is just not going to work, right? I mean, already he's going to be at least catching a Reaper. But against Blue Flame Hellions, we'll see. As MeomaikA does throw down a Hydra Den, he's going to be going Ling Hydra against mech, which can work. Can work. I just worry here about the Blue Flame timing. I feel like Ling Hydra is good against players that rush into McField accelerators and prioritize Cyclone production, but that's not what HonMonO is doing. He's delaying his Cyclones. McField is finally on the way, and we have 2 more factories as well. But we're going to be very active here with our Hellions, and what do we have to defend? We have 22 Lings, and these Lings aren't going to be able to do too much. Yeah, the Hellions, they don't give a damn. They're going all the way into the main base, and this is going to get a lot of damage made. What is it at home to defend? Nothing. Nothing is left. The drones are lining up. They're all going to be going down. Is this how it ends? It ends with Blue Flame. GG gets called, and HonMonO takes the series. He will be this week's Grand Platypus Open champion. GG, well played. HonMonO did the same thing against Demi earlier in the day. Demi, of course, responding with roaches and surviving longer into the mid-game. MeomaikA trying to pull off Ling Hydra. That works against Magfield, not so much against Blue Flame. Ooh, not expecting HonMonO to be that aggressive. GG, well played. We have a new champion. Wow. Hold on. GG, well played. HonMonO, for the very first time he has won a GPO, a Grand Platypus Open. It has been something that he has not done before. Very few Terran players have actually won this tournament, by the way. We were looking at some of the stats earlier. Fun fact, in the history of GPOs, in the history of this tournament, we've had 88 iterations of GPO, by the way. Terran has won twice. Out of 88 tournaments, 2 times Terran has won. Once by Azure, once by Seether. Seether like signed up like once and won the entire thing and never signed up again. Seether. But Seether and Azure, they've each won a GPO once, and that is it. And now it looks like another Terran player is going to be rising to join their ranks. HonMonO gets a GPO under his belt. He just messaged me. I'm like, Hon Macro Puppy. He's like, Hon Mech Puppy. GG, well played. Again, MeomaikA just caught once again with his pants down. He's not quite used to playing against this sort of style. Oh boy. And congratulations to HonMonO. My condolences to MeomaikA, but this was the first time that MeomaikA has shown up here for a GPO in a long time, and hopefully it's not the last. You know, Grand Platypus Open, this is a bi-weekly tournament. Every 2 weeks you'll be seeing us here on the Cranky Ducklings with these players, with maybe even more as well. I know Nice, the Taiwanese Protoss, he was saying that he wanted to join one of these as well. We have heard from him. So I'm sure we'll be seeing him at a later date as well, going up against MeomaikA. For those wondering, Gogo Joy was in the chat, and Gogo Joy usually plays in these tournaments as well. But Gogo Joy is playing in ESL Masters tonight. He has a match against Rex, and Gogo Joy, he wanted to rest up. He wanted to make sure that he was prepared for his ESL Masters series, which is understandable. It's understandable. Like, again, ESL Masters, it's basically the next DreamHack. It's the most important tournament for a lot of these players, so Gogo Joy is focusing on that, but I'm sure we'll see him next time. Oh, GG. Congratulations to HonMonO, Puppy. Let's go. Friendship ended with Hon Macro. Hellion Mono is my new best friend. Oh my god. GG, well played. Let's go. Chat's popping off. Hon BBQ. Oh my god. Regardless. Oh, what a great tournament here. And again, if you enjoyed this tournament, and if you enjoy seeing all these players compete amongst themselves from this smaller region, you know, we do isolate these players, and we do region lock away from like South Koreans and Europeans and North Americans just for the Asian regions. If you're interested in supporting us, Patreon, you can see just underneath me our current Patreon support and our goals. We have 10 lovely patrons on Patreon, and we do get quite a lot of support, but we are still a ways away from our goal, that 300 USD a month. That's monthly, by the way. That is to fund our tournaments, and hopefully if we exceed that goal, we have other kind of milestones set up to fund this tournament to make it a weekly tournament. That's the next big one, because right now we can only afford to host this every 2 weeks, but you know, if you enjoy it and if you want to see more of it, then consider becoming a patron. You know, patrons, they get replay packs from all these tournaments as well. If you want to learn how to play like MeomaikA, if you want to learn how to play like HonMech or HonMonO or HonMonO or HonMonO or any of these players, then you will get replay packs from all of our tournaments. That includes GPO, that includes Sparkling Tuna Cup, that includes Tenacious Turtle Tussle, and other tournaments that we have permissions to share replays of, like OCE King of the Hill, for example. So plenty of tournaments where we can provide replay packs, and yeah, we do provide that for our patrons and also for our Twitch subscribers as well. So yeah, if you want to support us, you can there. Otherwise, !Matcherino in the chat if you want to support this tournament specifically, this GPO 88, as there is a Matcherino page available if you want to, you know, help fund the tournament. It's up to you. You know, it's all good, buddy. It's all good. Again, by no means are you obliged to send your money our way. It's just there if you want to support. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh boy, that was our second broadcast of the day. We casted KSL earlier, and we're not done. In half an hour, in 30 minutes, we're going to be live again. We're going to be live once again with World Team League. WTL World Team League is going to be starting up in 30 minutes. And I got some people to message. We're going to be live once again in 30 minutes. If you're interested in some more StarCraft action, you can stick around. You know, maybe mark it on your calendar, set an alarm for 30 minutes if you want some more StarCraft action. World Team League is going to be tonight, and we have quite a lot of matches ahead of us. Oh boy. So, yeah, it's been a pretty intense week, a pretty intense weekend of StarCraft. If you want to tune into more of myself, I'm light_VIP. I do stream throughout the week, but I've been focusing on casting. If you want to follow me, I have a Twitch channel. I have a Twitter as well, if you want to follow there. I ladder some Zerg, if you're interested. Otherwise, Cranky Ducklings all over the place. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, we have a YouTube, we have a Discord, we have a Facebook. We're all over the place. We don't have a TikTok. We haven't quite done that yet. But we have all the other social medias. So if you're interested in following us on your social media of choice, then we've got you covered. You can follow us there. If you want to interact with us outside of these streams, just like chat with us on Discord, we have our Discord server. And if you can't watch live and you want to tune into one of the other 87 iterations of GPO, there's been a lot of them. We've been running this for years. It's been ever since 2019. For many years we've been running this tournament. If you want to tune into some of the VODs, YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel. All the VODs are uploaded to YouTube on a daily basis. Plenty of new content available, and old content, if you're interested. If you are interested in, you know, catching up. I know watching VODs on YouTube isn't the same as watching things live. I know, like the results are already done. It's all set in stone. But if you're interested, check it out. It's always a lot of fun. Great matches were had. And yeah, with that, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to be live in 30 minutes. I'm not going to be solo casting WTL. I will be casting alongside Yaku, and I have 30 minutes to quickly get some food. I need to get some food inside me to keep going, Papi, to keep going. Let's go, Papi, let's go. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want some more GPO, that'll be here again in 2 weeks. Otherwise, stick around because we're going to be live once again with World Team League. Tonight is day 2 of World Team League. Day 3 is on Monday, not Sunday. It's on Monday. So they're skipping a day this week. So bear that in mind. With that, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Everyone, make sure you whip it out for HonMonO. I'll see you later.